told you guys, I told you guys that you were eating bugs. These are cockroaches with bigger claws. That's it. We are not supposed to, as black Americans, to be eating this food. This is why we gotta go back to black Americans in leadership. Because these people will literally feed you this mess for $1 to get by to feed you this. And you guys brag about oil bags of bugs that eat doo-doo and decaying flesh.
First, I want to say, call Allah, all glory, honor, and praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Bahashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And I want to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there in this shoot. So we're going to go into the Levitical laws of what we can eat, because people, it's abominations have become a delicacy, in this world. People are eating abominations on a daily. That would be like your seafood, especially seafood. It's just popular now. Popular abomination to eat. It should be like your lobsters, your shrimp, and things that are in the sea that are meant to clean the sea, not meant to be eaten. So we're going to go into Leviticus chapter 11 and read what we can and what we can't eat. Very simple. And starting at verse 1, and the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever part the hoof and the cleven-footed and shoot the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that shoot the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he shoot the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean to you. Verse 5, and the coney, because he shoot the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean to you. And the hare, because he shoot the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean to you. And the swine, though he divide the hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he shoot not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch, they are unclean to you. Verse 9, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. Whatsoever had no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. And these are they which have an abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination: the eagle, the ossifrage, and the osprey, and the vulture, and the kite after his kind, every raven after his kind, and the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cuckoo, and the hawk after his kind, and the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the swan, and the pelican, and the gier eagle, and the stork, the heron after her kind, and the lopping, and the bat. All fowls that creep, going upon all four, shall be an abomination unto you. Yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that go upon all four, which have legs above their feet, to leap withal upon the earth. Even these of them ye may eat: the locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. But all other flying, creeping things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you. So, like, that would be like your roaches, spiders, centipedes, and like bugs in like general that aren't listed in verse 22. And verse 24, and for these ye shall be unclean, whosoever touch the carcass of them shall be unclean until the even. And whosoever bear aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. The carcass of every beast which divided the hoof, and is not cloven-footed, nor stripped the cud, are unclean unto you. Everyone that toucheth them shall be unclean. Verse 27, and whatsoever go upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all four, those are unclean to you. Whoso toucheth their carcass shall be unclean until the evening. And he that bare the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. They are unclean unto you. These also shall be unclean unto you among the things that creep upon the earth, the weasel, and the mouse, and the tortoise after his kind, and the ferret, and the chameleon, and the lizard, and the snail, and the mole. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever do touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean until the even. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, do fall, and shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood, or raiment, or skin, or sack, whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the even. So it shall be cleansed. And every earthen vessel, whereto any of them falleth, whatsoever is in it shall be unclean, and ye shall break it. Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk in every such vessel shall be unclean. And everything whereupon any part of their carcass falleth shall be unclean, whether it be oven or arranges for pots, they shall be broken down, for they are unclean, and they shall be unclean to you. Nevertheless, a fountain or pit wherein there is plenty of water shall be clean, but that which toucheth their carcass shall be unclean. And if any part of their carcass fall upon the sowing seed which is to be sown, it shall be clean. But if any water be put upon the seed, and any part of their carcass fall thereon, it shall be unclean to you. And if any beast of which ye may eat die, he that touch the carcass thereof shall be unclean until the even. And I just want to, make a disclaimer. Right now we're in captivity. So some people, you're not going to be perfect, because we're in captivity. We're rehearsing the righteous acts. So some of these unclean animals, you might have to touch in your lifetime, especially if you're doing a job. Like, I know, for example, I'm doing a dishwasher job right now. So I have to touch all types of unclean foods, unclean abominations with my hands. So, this is out of my control. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, we're rehearsing the righteous acts right now, since we're under captivity, and we can't, perfect it right now since we're in captivity. And, when the kingdom comes, then we'll be able to perfect it and follow the laws to the T perfectly when we're in the kingdom, when Yahushua is ruling. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there. Verse 40, and he that eateth of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. He also that bare the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. Verse 41, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination, and shall not be eaten. Verse 42, whatsoever go upon the belly, and whatsoever go upon all four, or whatsoever have more feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them ye shall not eat, for they are an abomination. Ye shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall ye make yourselves unclean with them, that ye should be that ye shall be defiled thereby. For I am the Lord Yahweh, your power. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creepy thing that creepeth upon the earth. For I am the Lord Yahweh, that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt to be your power. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law of the beast, and of the fowl, and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beasts that may be eaten and the beasts that may not be eaten. And these are some examples, some picture examples of what you can eat and what you can't eat. And go to the next picture. And yeah, so the reason it's like this is because every animal and, everything that creeps upon the earth, every animal, every insect has its purpose. Not every animal or insect is meant to be eaten, because Yahweh put some animals and insects on the earth just to clean the earth, and that's it. They're not meant to be eaten. But the ones that we can eat were meant here to put for us to eat, so we could survive and live. That's why you see all the oceans being dirty with plastics all the time, because abominations are turned into delicacies, especially with seafood. Seafood boil is very popular right now, because many people don't read into the Levitical laws nor believe in it, so they're going to eat abominations all the time. And even our food, they put it in ingredients, at the store. They put pork in. They secretly put pork in the foods at the supermarkets. So you gotta read the ingredients and do research on what ingredients have pork in them, and what brands have pork in them with the ingredients, and what brands don't have pork in them with the ingredients, and all that. But yeah, man, it's like, hey, as it says in the scriptures, we would be eating defiled bread. That's part of the curses, because we're under the rule of the heathens. We're under the rule of the wicked. So, they're going to push abominable foods on our people and upon the whole world. I'm going to get that precept. This is Ezekiel 4, starting at verse 13. And the Lord Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. So Yahweh said, we're going to eat defiled bread, with the Israelite foreigners, basically the Israelites that act like heathens. So we're going to be the Israelites will be scattered across the entire world under the rule of the heathens, eating defiled food, because that's just the curses, from Deuteronomy. And we can try our best, to not do it, but sometimes, like, you don't even know if it's if it's secretly abomination, no food in the food, because again, they're hiding. They're masking their ingredient list with names to cover up that they're putting like pork in it and like other abominable foods in it. Hopefully that makes sense. They're basically using all these complicated names to cover up that they're secretly putting pork in the food. That's the wicked, man. They're not going to tell you that they're putting pork in your food. You have to research it out for yourself and see what ingredients have pork in it and what ingredients don't have pork in it. Hey, it's a wicked world. Job 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. That's how it is. Verse 14, then said I, O Lord power, behold, my soul had not been polluted, for from my youth up even till now have I not eaten of that which died of itself, or is torn in pieces, neither came there a bone of flesh into my mouth. Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given thee cow's dung for man's dung, and thou shalt prepare thy bread therewith. So yeah, since the scriptures deal with reincarnation in our past lives, we weren't eating abominations on the daily. We weren't making it a practice. But now in this current life, because the heathen has so much power over the world, they could they make the entire world eat abominations on the daily. But since we're now coming back into the shoot, we're trying to fight that off and not eat do our research into what ingredients are safe to eat and what ingredients aren't safe to eat. So we're doing our best to rehearse the righteous acts and please Yahweh Shem Shai, because we believe in Yahweh Shem Shai, we believe in his word, and want to please and follow Yahweh Shem Shai. This is Isaiah 65, starting at verse 1. This is the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, speaking about the rebellious 2/3 of the house of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the Israelites scattered across the world that look like heathen nations on the outside, but their sea line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So this is speaking to the 2/3 of Israel. I am sought of them that asked not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me unto a nation that was not called by my name. I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walk in the way that was not good, after their own thoughts. A people that provoked me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice it in the gardens, and burn it incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves, and lodged in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh, and brought of abominable things is in their vessels, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense, and even recompense into their bosom. Your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, said the Lord Yahweh, which shall burn incense upon the mountains and blasphemy upon the hills. Therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, as new wine is found in the cluster, and one said, destroy it not, for blessing is in it, so will I do for my servants' sake, that I may not destroy them all. And I will bring forth the seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there. So basically, this is talking about Yahweh Bashem Rashai cutting off the 2/3 and, redeeming his elect, the 1/3, to inherit the kingdom. Because the 2/3, they're not going to come back to the ways of Yahweh Bashem Rashai. They're going to follow the ways of the heathen all the way till their death. So that's going to be following the ways of the world, the ways that the world thinks, when it comes to how they move and what they eat as well, But the elect, they're going to follow the ways of Yahweh Bashem Shai. And, they're going to try their best to follow the Levitical laws on eating, on what to eat and what not to eat, because the elect, the hopeful elect, they know that not every animal is meant to be eaten. Not every insect is meant to be eaten. They're simply just here to clean the earth, and that's their purpose. That's it. So the elect will be trying to get back into the good graces of Yahweh Shem Shai, while the 2/3 won't even care. So, and Lord willingly, we be of that elect to make it the first go around. And this is Deuteronomy 14, verse 3. I'm going to end it off with this. You shall not eat any, starting with the King James Bible. Thou shalt not eat any abominable thing. New King James Version, you shall not eat any detestable thing. New Living Translation, you must not eat any detestable animals that are ceremonially unclean. English Standard Version, you shall not eat any abomination. So, Yahweh Shem Shai tells us, do not eat, abominations. And, sometimes you do it on accident because of the wicked. They hide the abominations in the ingredients. If you don't do research on your ingredients and what's in the ingredients, you're going to be eating defiled food without even knowing. So, but Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai sees your shrine and rehearsing the righteous acts. So we're not going to be perfect, but we make the effort. While the 2/3, they don't care. They're not making the effort whatsoever. But yeah, that's really it for this lesson. So with that, I want to say, call Allah, all glory, honor, and praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And I want to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, I pray that this was an edifying lesson. It's kind of all over the place. So, Lord willing, I pray that this was an edifying lesson. And with that, I want to say, Shalom.